I'll be Watkins you. All right, this week with the touring cars, they take us to Watkins Glen international boot layout. That's with the full boot and the bus stop. Ended up doing a 159 351. Just as a word of warning, we ran a 58% brake bias. It's really kind of, to me, feels pretty sketchy until the car warms up going into the bus stop. So just be careful with that. Either just be real careful, or start with a higher brake bias and bring it down as the car warms up. And those are kind of the two little warnings I guess I'd give. With that being said, we'll show you the lap and then we'll show you how we did it. Here you go.
You've just done a 159.79. That puts you 0.43 off your best. Sector 1 is 0.2 off your best. Your sector 2 time is quick. That last lap was a 159.35.
Okay, Watkins Glen boot 159 351. How did we do it? All right, you have to get a good come out of this corner here. This is the lap before, and as we do, we have the straight, just floor it. And our first braking point is going to be coming up here. On this lap, I was my best, but didn't have a great turn one. We're kind of aiming for a little bit before the 200, 250 for the, about 250 for the first brake point. We're running a 58% brake bias, by the way. And yeah, and hit our peak braking right about here. Actually, like I said, I kind of goofed up, got a little bit late. And as such, we're gonna end up kind of cutting this a little too far over. Ideally, you want to keep your wheels off the higher part of the curb here. But we ended up going over it. It didn't. Like I said, we lost maybe 0.3 from our best in this first sector here. Doing this on the exit here. I forgot the camera's all weird because the monitors. Let's move this camera back. There we go. So you can go quite a bit over as long as your wheels don't come on off this. I think you're pretty okay. So then yeah, you just floor it on out of there. And Try and keep your wheels straight as you can while you're making these turns. I want to keep it in 5th through most of this up until you get to the top of the hill. You're going to hit 6th right about here-ish, yeah. And then we're just going to come on over to the left-hand side. And I had a really good bus stop on this one. Kind of aiming for about 350 for the braking point. I think I started a little earlier this time. Yeah. And we're going to hit our peak braking right about the 300, but we're started a little earlier. Just as a kind of a note, when you're running the 58% brake bias, it's gonna be real squirrely until the car warms up. So on this corner, you want to really make sure you get all your braking done while the car is going straight. If you turn like that, it's gonna spin. It's gonna be a bad time. But yeah, so we're just easing off the brakes. Gonna kind of coast through here. We're gonna brake a little bit to get the car turned this way, and back on the throttle, and we're going. Just kept it through 5th all the way through there, and now we're gonna come through here. At a certain point, we're gonna shift down to 4th. We're just kind of coasting, and we'll use that engine braking at a certain point. There we go, 4th. And kind of about here, you start accelerating again, a little bit before the little guy's tower there. And we're going to come all the way out over onto this curb here. So we're accelerating. We hit 5th a while back there, just as soon as you redline. And then our next braking point, I kind of used this little patch of pavement as my reference marker, but it's before that, like maybe 50 before that we start braking. Yeah. Pretty heavy on the braking, and trail quite a ways through here. Probably go for a little bit later apex than I do, but this worked out all right for me. Coming over, maybe I went over a little bit too far, but again, it worked out okay. And we're just gonna accelerate, try and open up the wheel, coming back on over to this side, and just go flat out. 200 is gonna be our braking point here. And I drop it down into 3rd for a little bit of this corner. And then as we accelerate out, we're still in the corner, and I'm popping it back into 4th. Yeah, right there. Go back into 4th, just accelerating out. And straighten the car out. 150-ish is kind of our braking point here. 200, 150, somewhere in there. I'm kind of going to like where I think I'm hitting the peaks, but still closer to 100. It's just a short one, and we just trail through here. I use quite a bit of this runoff space. I don't, but come on over a little bit onto that, and we're just going to accelerate on out of here. And then this corner, you hit the red line there, and then just kind of tap on the brakes. Drop it down to 3rd. I tried keeping the 4th. It didn't seem to work out quite so well for me. Just start accelerating once you hit the apex there, and just floor it. And this corner coming up here, we just do a little lift for. About the 200-ish is where I start to lift. And then as you hit the apex, you accelerate out again, come on over this way. And then we're going to tap the brakes a little bit here, just to get the car turned back in, drop it to 4th, accelerate on out. And try and use as much of the track as you can over there without hitting the wall. There you go. Let's accelerate the rest of the way through. And you got yourself a 159 351. All right, so there you have it. I'm pretty happy with that. Last season, we did the cup layout, and I really struggled there. I feel okay with this time. I'd really rather be in the 158s. That's kind of where my optimal got down to, but I wasn't able to put everything together all in one lap. So this is what I could do. And yeah, if you're enjoying the videos, hit the subscribe button. It really helps the channel out. And thumbs up if you like the video, thumbs down if you didn't. Head on over to twitch.tv/thepiltdownman to watch some races live. Next week goes to Okayama. I've already done a track guide for that with the IMPC from last season. So I don't know if I'm going to do another one of those. If there's a different series you'd like me to see me do a guide for, go ahead and leave a comment and we'll see what we can do. One of these a week is about, I think, the most I can handle. Anyway, until next time, have a good one. Bye.